This is IGN. A 3D anime arena fighter that, with a bit of optimization, will have you feeling like number one. This is your IGN review of Bleach Rebirth of Souls by Isaiah Colbert. Although Bleach is the flashiest member of the shonen anime Big Three, standing shoulder to shoulder with mega popular series like One Piece and Naruto, it has long suffered from middle child syndrome when it comes to arena fighter adaptations. Bleach Rebirth of Souls aims to break the cycle of run-of-the-mill anime fighters this series has previously been part of, delivering a unique action game that attempts to raise the genre to greater heights. Its story mode is admittedly an uneven jumble, ricocheting back and forth between a laughable attempt at a visual novel cobbled together like a last-second afterthought and a visually striking and stylish spectacle, as Bleach should be. It's easy to get overloaded by a bunch of confusing anime jargon, as Rebirth of Souls' tutorial explains how its health bar, counters, and super moves work, but here's the quick way to understand things. This is a 3D arena fighter with Super Smash Bros. Livestock system, Sekiro's stance-breaking swordplay, and Bleach's unique visual flair. Unlike other arena fighters, which have combat so shallow you only need to find a single combo or spam super moves to win matches, Bleach's combat feels like a challenging game of tug-of-war, one where victories are clinched rather than mindlessly stomped out of your opponents. Each sword swing feels snappy and weighty as you teleport around the screen, ambushing your enemies from behind and breaking their guard. It never gets old to see large blocks of text wrap around freeze-framed characters with every successfully landed counter and super move. Even when you play Rebirth of Souls on its standard mode button layout, which streamlines things by letting you dish out flashy auto combos, it harbors a wink of complex and unique mechanics specific to each character that warrant further exploration. As a massive fan of the Bleach anime and manga's stunning artistry, stirring character development, and shocking plot twists, I had high hopes that Rebirth of Souls could deliver a worthwhile story mode. Sadly, it's a bit of a mixed bag. By and large, cutscenes in an anime fighter should act as a sparkly reward at the end of battle, meant to bring the momentum of a fight to a thrilling climax. At the best of times, like in the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series, they can be so well animated that they could substitute for watching the actual shows. That's not always the case with Rebirth of Souls. If anything, they nearly bring things to a screeching and embarrassing halt, where you're not sure if you're meant to laugh on purpose or not. The look of combat clearly had a lot of tender love and care put into it, but the story moments between that action instead play out like a cheap visual novel. Outside of a few pre-rendered cutscenes, the Spark Notes version of the anime this story mode attempts to tell is a rushed, hobbled mess. Instead of being greeted by bombastic scenes where my favorite characters clash, I was met with machinima-looking animations where in-game models would fart out energy waves at each other and stiffly fall to the ground. Even the emotionally heady scenes lose all sense of tension, as its characters move around like clumsy action figures with limited points of articulation in bright, low-poly arenas. What's more, exciting moments like sword clashes and beam struggles lose all of their gravitas, as these scenes incessantly cut to black with bright slashes on the screen that look less like a creative choice for dramatic effect and more like a placeholder for an animation that wasn't added in time. If this was a genuine attempt to resemble a visual novel, it definitely missed the mark, as it feels more like an unfinished first draft. And with review codes less than a day before launch, it's hard not to see this as an intentional hope that fans will buy in based solely on the goodwill of the franchise. Bleach Rebirth of Souls' combat surpasses the typical anime arena fighter, thanks to its intricate battle system and the effort that's been invested in making each character feel unique with their distinct playstyles. Although the theatrics of its story mode don't consistently match the spectacle of its crisp character models, the vibrant sword slashes and stylish topography accompanying each super move help compensate for those shortcomings. Despite not fully delivering on its ambitious promise to elevate anime arena fighters to new heights, Rebirth of Souls is still a welcome latecomer to the genre for this series. Bleach Rebirth of Souls' IGN score? 7 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson. And for the latest Bleach Rebirth of Souls updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.